Ty, I had to go down and get you one. I had an extra one in my pocket from the cattle.
Mom, give me one.
Hey y'all, it's Megan and Andy. Welcome back to the channel. Glad y'all are here today. Come spend a nice, sunny evening with us.
And no snow on the ground.
No snow. Mud's trying to dry up.
Trying.
Yeah.
It's not completely dry, but it's trying.
It ain't sloppy like it was.
Nope.
The youngins, I had to buy, feed my cows horse treats because, well, they don't make cow treats. I don't guess they do anyway. Tractor Supply don't sell cow treats. And they have the kind I normally buy, so I bought these. Candy actually seemed like she liked them. I ain't given none to Bill yet. I gave one to that little steer. He come up for some reason, act like he wanted to see what I had, so I gave him one too.
Did he eat it?
Yeah, he seemed like he liked it.
Really?
Yeah, so they want to try it and see if these horses like them. They have a big bag of them, so if they like them, I can buy a big bag like I did them other ones.
Speaking of treats, y'all, Megan has got these cows ruined. I was down here messing with that new calf, I guess it was yesterday, and Bell's baby, and I reached my hand out for Belle like I was trying to pet her on the head. Well, she started going with her mouth. And I'm like, why is she trying to bite me? Megan's like, she's not trying to bite you. She's trying to get a treat. She thinks you got a treat. I was like, oh my goodness. They're ruined.
And I have to say, we ain't seen a good shot of the horses in a while.
Without their blankets especially.
And they really look good to be going out of wintertime. Honestly, I think this is the best they've looked going out of winter in the last couple of years. Poor things. They living it up, though, that's for sure.
They are.
Living it up, ain't you?
You got it made.
All right, well, I reckon we better get started.
Yep, so the kids are going to stay up here. Y'all going to mess with these horses for a little while?
Yeah.
Or just holler if you need. We're just going to be right over there, so just holler if you need anything.
So what we're going to be working on now is, shame on us, we never cleaned up our raised beds from back in the fall. So the peppers need to come out and just tidy that up a little bit. And then I've been down here this morning already for about an hour pruning on my fruit trees. And I still got 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 4 left. I've done the pear tree and done several of the apple trees.
And I'll add, if you want, we probably won't go extremely in depth in this video on pruning of the fruit trees, but we've got a whole video.
Yeah,
Like
I believe 2 of them.
We may have 2, yeah, of explaining exactly. Andy prunes a little different than some people you see, because he likes to let the tree be a tree.
Yeah.
It's his favorite thing to say. He just wants it to be a happy tree. It's just like the painting man. It's a happy little tree.
I don't prune for maximum fruit production.
There you go.
I just prune for making a good looking tree. What do you want to do first? You want to clean these beds out, or you want trees, or?
I'm following you, boss man. Only thing I'm worried about is supposed to get real warm the next several days. I hope please don't bloom yet.
The buds like a little ways.
Please don't bloom yet.
I don't think we're anywhere close to blooming, so.
I hope not. Well, we've got peaches the last 2 years.
Yeah.
So usually the frost gets the blooms and we don't get peaches. But the last 2 years it's worked out good.
Let's go up here and clean these beds out quick, because I don't think that's going to take us but a second.
No, it won't take us but a minute.
So what really needs to be done is we need to get the cages out, and we'll pile up the dead, and then we'll pile the cages over here, or we'll stack the cages together.
We're gonna pile the dead stuff up in the bed.
No. We'll throw it out here, because that's what I'm gonna have Jacob come by and get after a while.
All right. Yeah, usually we do this when they're still green.
I know.
Oh, it's all right.
Slacking, man, slacking.
It didn't hurt nothing. Except for this daggone thing's in there like a tree.
You know, I'm super interested to see how our irrigation held up. I did drain it, but I didn't like do a very good draining job. So I hope none of it froze and busted this over the winter.
I hope not. Well, you got a bunch of extra tubing and stuff, don't you?
Yeah, I got a lot of extra parts if we need them.
Still not ideal for that to happen.
No.
But if it does happen.
I guess I either got lazy or kind of just forgot about it. I don't know which one it was. Probably a little bit of both. Those are like small trees, ain't they?
They are, just like a tree. Oh, we're throwing them way over there. Here. I don't know how you got them apart in one piece.
I don't know either. Boy, you can still smell them though, can't you?
There it is. There's that.
All of that, the dead pepper that's laying in there, just rake it off with the edge.
Rake it off?
Yeah, I don't want them laying in there. We'll end up with peppers coming up everywhere.
Well, that's true. Probably already will.
Probably so.
Stinks like a rotten pepper over here.
That's a very unique smell, ain't it?
Tell me about it. I mean, it don't like.
It don't stink, but it ain't.
It don't smell good
It
either.
ain't pleasant. It's almost got like a hot stink to it.
Hot stink.
If that even makes sense. Look better, don't they?
It looks a whole lot better. Whole lot. Are we gonna pull these up?
I'm gonna leave him laying there. I mean, leave him in there. Cause when we fix it up to plant, they'll get tore up.
Okay.
Cause I'm still gonna have to go through and cultivate it up some. We need to actually add some more dirt to some of these.
Yeah.
They've settled, especially that one and that one. We should go ahead and pull those out, shouldn't we?
That's what I wonder. You don't think there's no
No.
hope?
They're done. It ain't gonna be long.
Well,
we
it'd
can,
be time to be planting new ones.
I was gonna say, it ain't gonna be long. We can put some cabbage and broccoli and all that in its
Yeah.
place. Let's pull them out real quick.
Okay. I'm gonna give these some chickens. I believe they'd like that green.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, I don't see no frozen busted spots on that filter housing right there, which I drained the water all of that.
Oh gosh, you think them peppers was hard to get out? Wait till you.
They got a root system on them. Goodness gracious. I wasn't expecting
You
that.
got like a little. That's what we need.
Not down here.
They didn't bring any tools.
Look at how big around the
Look.
trunk is.
Have you ever seen such in your life?
Look at that. I can't fit my hand around it. That is wild.
Smells like rotten cabbage over here, so I guess they ain't no count.
No, they're done.
Alright, I'm gonna take these to the chickens. They'll like it.
I don't know, they may not want to eat no rotten cabbage.
Oh, they'll love it.
Or rotten collards, should I say, not cabbage.
Better watch out, chickens. That's another good thing about not having a top on it.
You said that right. Throw it right in there.
Oh yeah, they'll come back over here in a minute. You don't happen to leave me any eggs today since I gave you a treat? Got a couple in there. All right.
You got some?
Got 2 in there, don't let me forget them.
By this evening, there may be 4.
Might be. Yeah, I'm a little bit early.
All right. I guess it's time to move on to the trees.
It's a good end to the wintertime blues.
It is.
We're getting outside and fooling with stuff.
And right now I'm at the point where I'm just about need to come out of this coat. But there's a little bit of a breeze blowing. I feel like it'd be just a tad bit on the chilly side if I did come out of my coat. So I'm gonna stay in it. Anyways, on a fruit tree like this one right here, this one's been here for probably at least 10 years. It's a peach tree, for anybody that don't know.
We don't know what kind.
Do not know what kind. We planted this thing long before we ever cared about what kind anything was. We just knew we wanted a peach tree. So we planted this row across here. We got 2 peach trees and a pear. Those were our very first fruit trees ever. Back in the spring, when it had peaches on it, there's some limbs like this that got broke over. Obviously, all that needs to come out of there. We'll cut it off up there. I'm gonna look the tree over and get any branches that cross over each other out. I'll spend a little bit of time pruning out the inside of the canopy just to open it up so that when the leaves are on here, they'll have a little bit of airflow through it. And the problem we've been having the last 2 years where it's had so many peaches is, I don't know if you can see it or not, but the tree shape is spread out wide. And so what happens is the peaches get so loaded down, the peaches load the branches down so much that it puts too much weight on them. Well, throw your saw down, Andy. Puts so much weight on them and makes them break over. So what I'm thinking...
We usually have to like prop it up with something.
And what I'm going to try to do a little bit different this time is maybe prune off some off of the ends to lighten those branches up. And this one right here is going to take me the longest of all of them. The other apple trees that are left, I'll have all of those pruned in a matter of probably 10 minutes. But this one right here, I'm going to have to spend a little bit of time on. Trying to think, I might just take out that whole limb that one's attached to. And what I'm thinking, like on a limb like this one where it's out here so far, so come in here a little bit closer, Megan. I want to show where this limb is like a main leader limb. You know, you typically wouldn't just cut the end of it off. But if you do something like that, you want to cut the end off at a fork so that way it'll heal over. If I were to just cut it off right here, it may not heal over, or it would try to sprout out a bunch of new suckers off of that. But if I cut it back here at this fork, like that right there, it should heal over this coming up here, and hopefully won't try to put out a whole bunch of suckers off of that cut either. And see that right there, just doing that one cut, lightened up that limb enough that I actually seen it.
I seen it too.
I felt like it raised up
Yeah.
when I got done with it. And with it pruned that way, that'll be healthier for the tree because it can heal over. All right. Well, I'm going to hammer down on this thing.
Hammer down.
And another thing that I really want to try to accomplish is getting a lot of these limbs that are somewhat lower to the ground, because once the peaches get on this, which it's okay, but it gets hard to mow under and get under and everything else. So I want to try to lift it up just a little bit. This one right here is going to go. You want to run the pruner?
All right.
Cut the little limbs of what you can reach. So let me show you. See how these are just kind of out there, taking up space in the middle of the tree? That needs to be cut off. You can cut it off to there and cut it off to there. See the growth ring? Kind of like there's a little knot there.
Yeah.
And just trim those up. When you get to where you can't reach, let me know. See, like right up that limb right there, that one's broke over. That needs to come off. That needs to come off. That needs to come off.
Okay.
You're not going to mess it up.
Sure.
No. Because I'm probably going to mess it up.
Don't give me a challenge. Oh, I can taste the peaches now.
Don't get too excited. This here false spring we got coming got me worried.
I know. But maybe where it's gotten older, I wonder if it ain't got tougher.
What, the tree?
Because it frosted on it last year.
It
Remember?
did, but
Wasn't no hard frost.
it didn't bloom out this early, which it ain't close to blooming out yet. So
So
maybe
what about
we're
all
good.
these little tiny things? Do I worry about them?
What?
What is these?
You can cut those off. But leave that thing.
The big one.
Yeah, cut them off.
Cut what off?
These little ones here.
Why?
All the way up to that knot. Cut them off.
All these little ones.
Yeah.
Even that one.
Now look, you messed up.
Why?
Cut that closer.
Oh, I didn't see. I was standing on the other side. I didn't
There
see
you
it
go.
like that.
Turn your pruners over and you can get close. There you go. There we go. You got it.
Might teach me something yet.
I'm trying. You can do the same on this one. See these little things here? Cut those off.
Okay.
I don't know if that's the right way or not, but that's the way we're going to do it.
Well, you the horticulture man.
I may be, but fruit trees was never my thing. And peach trees can be pruned a little different if you wish to.
So this one?
Yeah. Yeah, and then leave these right here that's going up through the center, because there ain't nothing else up there for those to interact with.
Okay.
Now look, see how this, of course you're short, this ain't gonna bother you, but maybe cut those. You can actually see where that one scraped, probably the roll bar on the lawnmower.
Okay. Be all right. The sun went in my eyes.
I'm gonna take a step back and look at what we look like. It's getting better. I see a little bit I need
What
to
about
do.
these that are pointing down? Leave them?
You can get that and that one.
These
Right there.
these two?
Yeah,
No, this one and this one.
yeah. You can get that one too. It ain't gonna hurt nothing.
Well, I got some peaches that I can have from this.
That's well. Look, cut that enough closer.
I see that.
Hey, left the stud out. That's
How do you get it closer?
Turn them over
I did.
like that. You got it. Maybe you ain't tall enough. You're too short, woman. Yeah, my goal is to not have no peaches, Megan. So
I see that.
that's what I'm after.
That looks like it broke.
Now, hopefully, cutting it hard like this, the peaches it does put on will be bigger.
They was big last year, you remember?
Yeah.
Because we pruned it pretty
But last year we didn't spray it either, and we had a
terrible.
bad worm problem.
Yeah. Between the worms, the June bugs, and the yellow jackets, we got about half of what it put off. I don't even know if we got half, honestly.
Considering taking it off right here.
Oh, gosh.
Well, they still got 2, 3, 4 big limbs coming off of it. Let me look at that, see what that looks like.
That sounds pretty serious.
Yep. I think I'm going to.
Well, don't you kill my peach tree now.
That's my goal. I got every intention of killing this tree so I don't get no peaches this year.
I can take care of animals all day long. Put me doing something like this, I'm just lost.
I'll take this over an animal any day.
Oh my goodness. Well, that's why we make a good team.
This particular peach tree right here, we have had struggles with ever since it's been here.
It had a hard life. It got moved,
Yeah.
too. That was the one that got moved, right?
It used to be down here in the bottom corner.
Yeah.
And then later on we had to move it because we had some grading work done. And anyways, it's just struggled, and it'll put on peaches every year. It breaks, it takes nothing
It breaks all
to break the limbs. And you see it's got a terrible structure.
Well, it broke a big limb right there. There's a big limb broke right there. All over the place.
But either way, this tree's lifespan here is probably about over with.
Yeah. We'll probably let it try this year, but I mean, and the peaches are okay, but they ain't nothing compared to that tree.
That tree is amazing.
The peaches on that tree right there are wonderful. These peaches are almost like Indian peaches, but they're not. You know how Indian peaches are kind of like dry peaches?
And small.
And small.
Mm-hmm.
That's what these peaches remind me of. They're not Indian peaches, but that's what they remind me of.
And
This is the pear tree.
yep, that one's the pear. I think
Wow.
it's a Bartlett pear.
Last year, I know it ain't the keeping kind of pears because they're not hard,
Yeah.
but they're good though. Last year I only got 5.
Yeah, but the year before that, like, it was an extreme amount of pears.
So I'm thinking this year, from what I've read, as long as frost don't get it, it should have a good year this year.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
You know, with the cold temperatures we've had, the fruit trees should have got plenty of chill hours this year.
Yeah.
And we are set up to have a good fruit harvest anyways.
As long as the frost don't get them.
As long as the frost don't get them.
Yeah, usually ain't an issue with apple trees though.
So this apple tree's done been pruned. Don't ask me what any of the variety of apple trees are because we do not know. We planted these things and
Again, in a time that we were like, we're just gonna put them there.
we just want apple trees. We didn't care what kind they were.
Yeah.
And we planted a ton of apple trees. They're all heirloom varieties. I do know that.
And they're all different kinds.
But I don't know what they are. So before anybody asks, I hate to tell you, but I don't know. Now this one here is one that we replaced later on. And it had some root issues apparently, and it never did stand up straight. Well, now it's in the ground,
It fixed its root
firm,
issues.
and so but the tree has this permanent lean to it. So the pruning I'm fixing to do right now is hopefully going to sort of adjust for that. So what I'm going to do is take off this little limb right here on this side to lighten up the load, and then maybe the tree. Well, you can already see it's trying to correct itself and grow straight up. So we'll take all this off.
Fruit trees are such funny little trees. Don't you think so?
What'd you say?
Fruit trees are such funny little trees.
Yeah, fruit trees are interesting. Now in years past, we've had a terrible, well I say terrible, it's not been terrible, but we did lose a couple of trees to fire blight.
I think we'd lost them all too had we not figured out what it was.
And last spring, or last summer, we figured out what our problem was and found something that'll hopefully take care of it. And if I'm not mistaken, I got to do some research, but I believe it's just about time to start spraying them for the fire blight.
Yep, I believe you're right.
So that's something we're gonna have to put some attention to here pretty soon. And from my understanding, fire blight is hosted on pear trees. We have a pear tree right there. I'm not gonna cut the pear tree down. The pear tree's gonna stay here, so I'm gonna just have to continue to fight the fire blight.
Reckon they toughen up from it after a while?
No, I don't think.
Oh.
I don't know, but I don't think so. I'm interested to see, we got a tree right over there behind you that's only 2 leaders up now, like it's not much left of it because I lost so much of it last year to fire
I
blight.
see it.
I'm interested in seeing how that one comes out. That one may end up, we may end up doing away with that tree. But I'm gonna give it a chance this year, see what it does. But the rest of our trees are doing good. It's like some of them showed signs of it and others, the ones that showed it, they really showed it. And the ones that didn't,
They look good.
they look great, yeah. Normally we mulch our trees this time of year, but back in the fall, when I was getting leaves up and mowing, I was collecting the grass clippings and the leaf clippings, and I dumped them all around each trees, and so I've only got a handful of trees now that have not been mulched. And what I'm thinking this time, instead of using up our mulch, our wood chips, I'm just gonna take and mow this a couple times this spring with the bagging mower and dump the grass clippings around them, the trees that I hadn't done, and let that be their mulch. I don't see what it's gonna hurt. I think it'll honestly make great mulch. But I think it is very important to have some sort of mulch around your fruit trees though. For number one, you're not trying to weed eat up around them and knock the bark off of them with a weed eater. Number two, it holds in moisture, especially for young trees.
Poor little crooked tree.
Yeah, he's all jacked up. What do you think?
Looks crooked.
I will say something I learned in school. You're supposed to use alcohol on your pruners between prunings to keep something from going one tree to the other. And we have practiced that in the past. But after we had that issue with fire blight and it was already on all the trees, or not all of them, but a lot of them, I kind of just wondered if it was even worth it, because it is pretty aggravating wiping your pruners with alcohol between each tree. This one right here is the one I was talking about that got eat up really bad with fire blight. And these are the two.
It's seen better days. Ain't it?
Yeah, it looks terrible. I took and cut a bunch out of it this morning. I'm gonna leave it like this. I have a feeling that this one should probably go, but I'm gonna leave it just like that and let it put on some growth this year and see what happens with it. I really don't like the way the structure of that tree looks at all, but I'm gonna give it one more chance. That one right there is another one. I just got done working on it. I do feel like that straight up and down branch right there should come out, but I'm gonna leave it because it's got some fruiting spurs on it. So that's a fruit spur. That's where your bloom's gonna be. And that little limb right there, or spur, is what's gonna hold your fruit. So anywhere you see, there, you can see this whole limb here is kind of bare and naked. It's not gonna have any fruit on it. So with the way that tree's looking right now, the only fruit that's gonna be on it will be on some of these limbs down here. There's a few right there. It's not gonna have much fruit at all if it does bear fruit. There is some on up in the tree. I didn't see those. So we have some spurs right there too that could possibly have fruit on it. But I'm getting pretty anxious here because these trees have been here for, some of them have been here for close to 5 or 6 years. Some of them are a little less than that. But it's getting time to really have some good fruit on them. Now I got that one right there left. I really like the structure of this tree, so all I'm gonna do is get in here and thin out some of these cross branches, and that's gonna be it. That tree right there has almost what I'd call the perfect structure for a fruit tree. Some people may disagree with that and tell me it needs to be something else done, but for what I want and what I want out of a fruit tree, I love the way that tree right there looks. All of this limb right here, all these little spikes you see are fruit spurs. It's okay to cut some of those fruit spurs off, because you may be thinking, well, I want to get the most fruit out of my tree, and you will if you leave a lot of those on there, but you're also standing the chance of overloading this tree with fruit. And so part of your pruning practices is not only, look right there's a good crossover branch needs to come out, but not only are you adjusting the structure of the tree, you're also in some ways controlling how much fruit is put onto the tree. Just like that little limb right there, it's going all the way across that tree, and it is loaded with fruit spurs. If I leave this, there's no way it'll hold all those apples, and it'll be down here and broke off. So the whole limb I'm going to take off, mainly because I don't like it going across the tree like that, but also it would never hold that up. I think this one I'm going to cut off right there on that little end of that limb. I don't know. I don't like it. We're going to take it all the way to the trunk. I believe that's all I'm going to do to that tree right there. Normally I wouldn't have left this limb here because it's kind of interfering with this limb. But we got two fruit spurs right there. And then that little limb up there has got a bunch of fruit spurs on it. Now that's a stout limb. That limb is stout enough to hold apples. So I thought I'd leave it and just see what it does. But that tree right there didn't require much work at all. And I've noticed if you keep them pruned at a young age, the older they get, the less work they do require. Now we've got probably 7 or 8 fruit trees up at the potato patch as well. I'm not going to do anything to those today unless I end up running up there late this evening. I might do that. I don't know. Just trying to take care of the ones that's here at the house. But those up there almost seem to be doing better than these down here. And they've been planted just a couple years, I don't know, a couple years less now. Now I got a peach tree and a fig tree up here in the front yard that we need to give some attention to. And while we're speaking of fruit trees, this right here is a Fuyu persimmon. It's one of those that has the really big persimmon trees. We just planted that last year. Then I also have a little cherry tree right there. That is a very, very slow grower. So hopefully, one of these days we'll have something out of those two too. So up front here, I got a fig tree there. Not going to do anything to it yet. This one is absolutely massive. It's way too big. And I know from experience that you can prune fig trees way back and it will not hurt them. So that's what this one's fixing to get today. And it's also out crowding out the rosemary here. So earlier we looked it up, and you're supposed to prune rosemary in the late spring after it blooms. So we're going to do that to that rosemary when it's time. But hopefully if I cut this thing back some, I'll do away with it crowding over into the rosemary. Then right here I have another peach tree that is only just a couple of years old and is just absolutely massive. If I'm looking at it, I'm not going to have to do a ton of pruning to it. It looks pretty good. We'll get out some of these cross branches in here. That's it. That tree looks really good. Look at you go. There's me another fig tree if I want it. It's rooted. I may set that to the side. Just like with the apple trees and the peach trees, what I'm after is opening up this canopy. And then we're gonna cut some of the branches out to somewhat limit its height. Now, please do not take my recommendations on pruning a fig tree because I'm not 100% sure that's how you're supposed to do it. But it's how I'm doing it. I lost my help to the horse riders. Some reason or another, I have a feeling that's what she'd rather be doing. What y'all think? Anyways, as you can see on this right here, I cut them all at a joint so they'll heal over. So after walking around it a few times, I do believe I'm going to leave it like that. I think that looks pretty good. Now in the past, especially for my grandma, I have cut fig trees plumb to the ground, and they come back out. Never once have we killed a fig tree by doing that. But I don't want to do that to this one. This one here, I just wanted to tame it just a little bit, I guess you would say. Now this one is going to be super simple. I don't know about y'all, but I tell you what, the buds on this one right here look like they're about to bust open. And that's not good. That's not good at all. Like I mentioned a while ago, the surprising thing is this tree right here is only a couple years old, and it's absolutely huge. I'll be very interested in seeing just how big that tree's gonna get. And I'm sure somebody will want to know. I like using the Corona hand pruners. I got a Corona saw, and that's a Makita battery powered saw. But the hand pruners I'm using are almost carbon copies of the Felco style pruners. They just got a lot less price tag on them. But just like always, if you're interested in any of that kind of stuff, that's listed on the website. There's links to it on there if you're interested in that kind of thing. It is absolutely beautiful out here this evening. If this right here don't give you spring fever, ain't nothing gonna give you spring fever. My goodness, I'm about ready to go plant garden.
Alright, y'all, it's time to get supper going. Now, we ain't having anything extravagant per se tonight. A crumb in my pan. What I'm gonna fix tonight is a piece of a pork loin. I call it a pork tenderloin. We have this discussion every time I mention it, but it's technically a pork loin, I think is the right name for it. But anyways, I got a chunk of it I'm gonna set over here. That's something simple that I can stick in the oven and kind of forget it. I got my oven set on 325, and I'm just going to show you how quick and easy and simple these things can be to fix. I'm going to let it cook in my cast iron pan. When I have my smoker out, I've got it put away right now, but when I have my smoker out, I like to smoke these as well, and they're really good. And we're going to do some cream corn and some black-eyed peas. I've got some leftover sweet potato biscuits that we'll have with it too. So, super simple supper tonight. So here's the piece of my pork loin from our pigs that we raised. You saw us putting some of this up here a while back. So, yeah, that's what we're cooking tonight. And what I am putting on this tonight, if you hadn't heard us talking about it, we have partnered with Old Mansion Sausage Seasoning, which is who we have used for many, many, many years to make our country sausage. And anyways, we have 1 pound packs of our sausage seasoning. But you don't have to just use it for sausage. Sometimes I like to use it as a rub on stuff like this right here too. It makes an excellent rub. It's a little strong, so you need to be a little stingy with it, because 1 whole pack right there will do you 40 pounds of sausage. So, you know, that's got to be just a little stingy with it. But I like to do a rub on that. You can find that on our website as long as it's not sold out. Just remember, like I said, 1 whole pound pack will do you 40 pounds. So, there it is. Alright, I'm going to cover this with some tin foil. Just to hold in some of that moisture for now. And we're just going to let that go on 325 until it's done in the middle. It'll probably take it about an hour. And I also want to say we've received several packages in the mail the last several days, and I just want to say thank you so much if you send us something in the mail. Sometimes we can't always get to Everybody, as much as we want to get to each individual person, sometimes we're just not able to do that. So please just know, if you have mailed us something, that we do truly appreciate your kindness. Thank you. All right, let's let that go to town. I have got to go run an errand. Andy's going to babysit this, but I will catch back up with y'all here in just a second in video world. Alright, so I uncovered my pork loin and cut the heat down a little bit and let it cook just a little bit longer. So it should be, oh yeah, browned up a little bit. That is going to be so good right there. So we're going to let that sit over there and rest. I'm going to open up a can of pink-eyed peas. Youngins have requested macaroni to go with it too. And I've got some leftover canned corn from yesterday, so we're going to turn that into some cream corn. Since they're not going to have much cook time, I'm going to throw in a little bacon grease versus a piece of meat. It's better if you put a chunk of salt meat in there, but bacon grease will work too. Put a little of that in there. For our creamed corn, I'm just going to melt some butter. Last night we just ate it as regular old canned corn, and that's why I'm going to cream it tonight. Just change it up ever so slightly. I think that's one way to eat more leftovers if you have a lot of leftovers, is if you change it up. It's not, I mean, I love leftovers, and I love to use them in different ways, not just eating them the exact same way as you made them. I've come up with some pretty creative stuff through the years with leftovers. And we'll throw in a couple tablespoons of milk. So we're just going to let this all mix together with that little bit of milk and season it up with plenty of salt and pepper. And just let that simmer a little bit. And we'll have some nice cream corn there. So pour in my Kraft mac and cheese and make it per the box instructions for the children.
That thing looks good.
Let me get a plate.
It was good. Alright.
There we go. Now. Wherever how you want to eat it.
I can't, the plate won't sit still.
I see some juices coming out of it.
Just one?
Yeah.
Bite it. See what it tastes like. I'm pretty good with that on there, ain't it? That's alright.
Right, just
Got a little bit of kick, a little bit of
heat.
A little bit of sage.
That's pretty good.
I feel like I'm eating sausage.
Do you? Alright. That looks pretty good,
It
don't it?
does look good.
Well, y'all, we're going to sit down and eat us a bite. Wrap up today's video. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. I know that I sure enjoyed being out in the sunshine today.
I sure enjoyed getting the fact that I got all my fruit trees pruned.
Yeah.
And by the way, y'all didn't see, but the others up the road, I got them pruned this evening too. They weren't in bad shape at all. So
That's a big task off the list.
it's off. That's right.
Yep. But anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Until we see y'all on the next one.
Y'all have a good one.
Have a good one.